Good morning. Thanks for joining me. Hope you're well. Now, it was too good a day today not to come out. It was like 15, 16 degrees, bit of blue sky. There's a few clouds about, but it's dry. It's absolutely fandabidozy. So I thought I'd have a tickle round. And I'm on my way to a very well-known little watering hole, a little cafe in these parts. If you're from the North Midlands or maybe even the North West, the North Wales, you'll know the Ponderosa very well. If you're not, it's just a well-known sort of biking haunt and a regular place to have a little ride out to. Smashing little place. Now, one thing that I am finding is, well, I mean, we're in Wales, aren't we? And they have their own laws and stuff, and they're down to 20 mile an hour in built up areas. I think it was to do with, well, perhaps keeping the noise down and keeping the accident rate down and keeping pollution down. But let me tell you, oh, what a pain in the backside it is. 20 mile an hour. Some of the eagle-eyed viewers will already know that sometimes I struggle at 30 mile an hour, don't I? I think, well, it's just, I don't know if it's too slow. What do you think? What do you think about a 20 mile an hour speed limit where it was 30, like in a built-up area? It just seems over the top to me, and I know lots of people, even the locals, they're up in arms about it, and I'm not even sure if they are enforcing it or whether they're giving guidance or what. But oh, it seems painfully slow. It's terrible. Terrible it is. So we're off to the Ponderosa for a sausage bap. Hey, what can be better on a nice day? Fantastic. I know it isn't really long distance touring, but I thought I'd do a few more miles today and see how I got on with it, with the seating position and the seat and that sort of stuff. And at the moment, as we speak, I've done about 58 miles. I have had a brief stop, but it's as comfortable as hell, this bike is. It really is. I'm only on the standard seat. I haven't upgraded the seat, and quite frankly, up to now, I've done this mileage, what is it, just under 60 mile. And on other bikes, more exotic bikes than this, and I've already been beginning to feel it. I don't know if it's the seat or the seating position, the triangle that we've mentioned before, but it really is supremely comfortable. They've got it spot on, and I'm a big lad. I'm not small, but it's absolutely super in the comfort stakes. This is. Now it's time to say a few thank yous to all the people who subscribed. Thank you very much. That you think it's worthy of of keeping an eye on me. Makes it all worthwhile. And all the people who've commented and give me a thumbs up. I mean, I'm on a bit of a back road here. The roads aren't very good at all. It's almost like scrambling. I could do with some knobblies on it, really. There's one or two other YouTubers who've put knobblies on theirs, isn't there? It'd be interesting to watch them to see how they go on with them. Now the tyres on these little tyres, now that it's dried out a bit, I mean, I've only really noticed today because I've been going steady, and this is the best day weather-wise, but when I've been riding round, I have noticed, because it's drier, because it's not so wet, and the roads weren't so dirty, frankly, you'll know what I mean by that, I've been letting it lean over a bit more, and the tyres seem to be fine. I know, that's interesting. I've got a couple of bikes behind me. Oh, he's pulling over. Right, we'll get on our way. So he obviously knows this back lane as well. It's very picturesque up here. I'm going to stop in a minute and But yeah, we got something old behind us. I think we've got a CB200 behind me. Oh my god, that shook me bones a bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'll pull over and I'll let him past, simply because I want to have a look at it, see what he's got. Right, I'll just pull in this gateway and see what goes past, just as a matter of interest. Here we go. Hey, look at that. A CB200. I tell you what, I'm good, aren't I? You can tell them, can't you? They're right behind you. Remember, the handlebar's been quite high up like that. A green CB200. Cable operated disc brake they had on the front. I'm sure they did. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think so. What a marvellous little bike for tickling around on. Anyway, oh, there's another thing as well. I've got some great photos coming up that I asked people to send in pictures of the bikes, and they have. I've had them from all over the place, so that's marvellous. So if you want to send me photos of yours, and I can pop them on the vlog, let us have a look at them. Tell us where you are in the world, literally in the world. I never thought I'd hear myself saying that, but tell me where you are in the world, what bike it is, because I know some bikes, but I don't know them all, and maybe what it's called. You know, we were discussing names for bikes, weren't we? And yeah, so let me know what it's called. Send me a picture, and if you send your pictures, I'll put it in the description, but send it to shotostravels@gmail.com. There's some nice dogs here. We've got a Staffy and a Dalmatian, a little cockapoo. Lovely. I do like me dogs. I like dogs more than I like people. But anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get round this corner. This bike, it's a super comfy thing, it really, but then most people watching this already know that, don't they? What a great little bike this is for these sort of lanes. Oh, what else was I going to say? Come to me in a minute. I've done my thank yous. I've asked you for any more photos that you want put up. Oh, that condensation's come back on my screen. It wasn't there this morning, you know. It seems like it's going to be regular. I'm not a bit bothered about it. I'm not bothered in the slightest. When it comes out the garage in the morning, there's nothing. And now I'm out and about. I know it's not particularly damp today. It's been a bad day, really. 15 degrees, I reckon. And my condensation's in the middle of that lower screen where the fuel gauge and the tripometer is and all that sort of stuff, and the clock. I mean, I can still make it out. I'm not even going to bother about it. But I know one or two of you have said that they have the same problem. Right, there we are. That's opening up a bit here. We're over the top of Llangollen or Llangollen. I don't speak Welsh really. But let's have a squeak down here, and I'll show you. We get some good views up here. Okay, so here we are. Hope you can hear me all right, and the wind isn't affecting this too much. But we're just above Llangollen in North Wales, and there's some terrific views from up here. So I just thought I'd stop here. I'll tell you a little story in a minute about the last time I stopped up here. But yeah, the views are grand up here. Yeah, I just remembered when I pulled up that the last time I parked where I'm parked now, which is just there, I stopped. I just bought a Kawasaki 900 RS. Like, you remember the old Kawasaki's, and they bought these Kawasaki RS's out, and I was really pleased to get it. And I remember it was March the 1st for the new registration. and I bought this Kawasaki, and lovely bike, and I bought it out the showroom, and I came this way. I came to the Ponderosa for a Sausage Bap, like you do. But just down here, bear in mind it was March. I mean, it's March now. There you go, that's a view, isn't it? That's all right. So that's not too shabby. I'm hoping the wind isn't affecting the audio too much. It may well be. But you can see a caravan site just down there. Nothing on it yet, but that's going to explode in the next couple of weeks, and then it'll be full right through for the next sort of 6 months, I reckon. And then we've got a castle up there on the hill. I don't know if we can see that. I don't know if we can see. But anyway, I bought this Kawasaki. And just down that road down there, there's like a ford going across the road. And it's... Anyway, I went through this ford ever so gingerly. I wasn't speeding, I promise you, Ronnie. I was going ever so steady, and I dropped it, didn't I? It slipped. It was like green algae on the cobbles, and it, you know, coming out of winter, probably hadn't had that much use. Many cars probably hadn't gone through it, or maybe I was in the middle where the cars don't go, and I dropped the bloody thing on this, it sort of twisted my handlebars a bit, which I managed to twist back into shape, but it did dent the engine case. It like, I don't know if it was the clutch cover or the other side, I can't remember, but it bent that. You can imagine. I was devastated. I couldn't believe how stupid I'd been. But, I mean, I couldn't help it. It was one of them things, I just couldn't help. It went over before I knew it, and I'm on my side, and a lad come running to me and helped me pick it up. And I was sort of embarrassed, and I was in shock a bit, really. But I mean, thankfully I was all right. I was okay. That's the main thing. And the bike was easily fixed, to be honest. But just at that moment, you're thinking, you know, my new bike, I've just dropped it. What a disaster that is. Anyway, that was the last time I was up here. Obviously, there's loads of walking up here. Let's get on then, because there's a Sausage Bap waiting for me just up here. Now, as I said earlier, I've had some photographs sent to me, so let's share a few of the photographs if I can remember them. Now, first up, we've got one from, I think it's Martin in Selby in Yorkshire. And he sent me a few pictures, grand pictures of his little Royal Enfield Hunter 350. I think he's got his saddlebags on. I told you needed somewhere to put your stuff in a previous blog. I told you that. I mean, I've gone down the top case route, but it looks good with them saddlebags on, Lomo saddlebags. I used to have some of them. And I noticed he's posed it against an old AA box. I don't know where that is. I don't know when the last time that was used. Were they ever used? It was before my time, that was. But did people really break down and call the AA from that box and say, hey up, I'm broke down, you know, my magneto's packed in, can you come and sort me out? I don't know, maybe they did. But anyway, great to see. Thank you very much, Martin. So that's Martin with his little Royal Enfield Hunter. The next one's from Mike, who's in Forres, which is northeast Scotland, isn't it? Hey, Mike, I owe him a debt of gratitude, because every time I put a video on, I seem to have it marked for as suitable for kids, I think, so, and thereby disabling the comments, and it doesn't matter. He's pointed it out on several occasions, so thank you very much for that, Mike. And also thank you for sending pictures of your pictures of your bikes in. Photos of your bikes. Brill. What have we got? We've got a Royal Enfield Meteor and a Triumph Speed Twin, if I can remember. I think the Meteor looks like it's in front of some sort of old castle, from memory. And the Speed Twin, if I'm not mistaken, oh, that was the one, the black one with a comfy seat on it. Looks like it's got aftermarket seats. If the original seat was anything like my Bonneville, I'm not at all surprised. My old Bonneville, because that wasn't the comfiest place to spend a few hours. But yeah, so he's got a comfy seat on that Speed Twin, and he's got a top box on like me, hasn't he? Somewhere put your flask and your cheese and pickle sandwiches. You've got to have somewhere like that, because if you're going to get a sausage bap, you've got to have your cheese and pickle sandwiches, haven't you? Yeah. So thanks, Mike, and thanks for pointing out that I keep getting it wrong on my settings. I do appreciate it, mate, so thanks very much. Now, if you've never been this way, this is like the back road up to the Ponderosa. Oh, I think my Honda 200 man's coming back the other way now. Yeah, that's him. Greening. Lovely jubbly. And that's one of them off-roaders. Okay, now, Peter, he's in Brittany, this lad is. Fantastic. And he's got a classic chrome like mine. The red one. Lovely bike. And the first picture he's got, I think it was at a place, is it called Cancale? Hey, oh, that bloke was having a good look at my old Enfield there, wasn't he? He stopped and he looked. That's brilliant. Cancale, and he appears to be in trouble with the gendarmes. I don't know what you've been up to, Peter, but you either want to drive a bit steadier or, I don't know, stay off that wine that you've got in plentiful amounts over there. I don't know, they're after you for some reason. But that was that. And he also sent a picture of, now I think he said that this was a bike he used to have, probably not so long ago, a little Vespa scooter, fantastic. And I think from memory, it's hard to remember, I should make some notes on it, but I think it was a 125, but I think in Edwards he said it had been breathed on, so it had a few mods to it, and I seem to remember him saying that it drunk petrol like a V8. Well, I imagine that's a bit hard in a little single cylinder 2-stroke, but you never know. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not an expert in these things. But anyway, the interesting thing is, have a look at this picture that he sent it. Now, when he sent it in, I thought, oh, that's a grand picture. You know, in front of an open barn light, you know, with a tractor in the background. And because we all do it, don't we? You know, you want somewhere nice for photograph your bike, and you know, the background's all important. But on closer inspection, and well, I mean, I wouldn't have known because I didn't look that close. I looked at his scooter, and I noticed the background, but I wasn't paying that much attention. Turns out that was on the back of a pizzeria, which I think is just like a shop, like a grocer's shop. But he said the bloke that owned that shop, and I think it was on the road to St Marlow area somewhere. But what he pointed out was that the fella who owned the shop, that picture of the tractor is actually a painting, and it was done by his grandfather. Hey, just have a look at that picture. I'll leave it up a bit longer so you can have a look at it. But what a fantastic thing that is. You know, it's you wouldn't. I didn't bat an eyelid. I never thought it was a picture. I just thought it was a tractor in the background. Absolutely phenomenal. What a talent that is, eh? And that was from Peter in northern France. He knows I'm very envious of him living across there. Too late for me now. I'm going to road, and Brexit's put the kibosh on that, I think. But no, great to hear from you, Peter. Thanks, and thanks for supporting my little fledgling channel. Can't even say it. Fledgling channel. Oh, something else I just wanted to mention. I bought this beginning of February, and it's mid-March now. And as you know, at the time, I took the back seat off and there was a dirty, horrible mark on my back mudguard. I wasn't that bothered about it really, but I thought, well, I said I wasn't that bothered. I was bothered enough to take it back and say, have a look at this, what do you think about this? But they agreed with me that it wasn't right and they were going to do something about it. So, Bit tight up here, isn't it? Whoa, I want them knobblies on again, don't I? But anyway, I'd heard nothing from them. So I took it back and they took some photographs and they said, leave it with us, we'll put a warranty claim in, we'll get you a new back mudguard. I said, okay, that's fine, that'll do. You know, like I said, if they'd said, nah, don't worry about it, I'd have probably agreed with them. But anyway, getting a bit steady up here, there's leaves and crap all over the road. Anyway, 6 weeks had gone by and I'd heard nothing. Here we go, better go steady here, haven't I? Oh, we are. I can sneak through there, have a little tickle through there, thank you sweetheart, and we're away. Where was I? So 6 weeks had gone by and I'd heard nothing. Bear in mind, this is MotoGP. And so I rang him the other day and I said, I bought this bike off you, and you know, and we got this one. And the bloke on the front desk, the serviceman, whatever, he says, I've got no record of it. I said, well, I bought it back to you, and the salesman took some photographs and he gave it you, and he told me that you were going forward a warranty claim to Royal Enfield. He said, leave it with me, I'll ring you back. So left it with him and he rang me back and he said, got no record of it. I said, oh. He said, well, and then his mate come to him and he said, well, hang on a minute. And then he come back to me and he said, no. He said, we've got it. He said, but when these forwarded the photos, I don't know what they're playing at. You know what they like. They give you a load of crap, don't they? But when they forwarded the photos, he said, it must have gone in my spam box or something, so I didn't get them. So, and then it got forgot about and it hadn't been done. He said, but I've got them now. I will put you a claim in now, but he said, let me just be open and honest with you about this claim. He said they may well approve it. That's not really the issue. He said what the issue is we've already checked and there's none of these in the country, so we haven't got one for you off the shelf, if you like. He said, so we'd have to order you one, and obviously they come from India. And he said, and obviously, he said, the problem is it comes by sea. I said, right, yeah, okay, I'm listening. Comes by sea. And he says, and with what's happening, is it the Red Sea at the moment, and is it the Suez Canal, the Houtis and that, causing problems down there? He said, all the shipping's going down the bottom, around Cape Horn, isn't it? I don't know. I said, right. He said, so, I'm just warning you that if Royal Enfield approve it, then they'll order you one, but it'll be coming on like the slow boat from China. Alright, slow boat from India on this occasion. So, I don't know, I'm not really holding my breath. And like I said, I'm not that bothered. It's under my back seat, you can't see it anyway. But it's more, I've only gone back to him because it's like testing out the after service a little bit, you know what I mean? It's just putting feelers out and what's the after service like. Yeah, look, 20 mile an hour. I mean, quite honestly, just down here, this place, look at the mud on the road. You can't go faster than 20 miles. I would go 20 mile an hour. But every village you come to in Wales is 20 mile an hour, even if it's a big open road. Seems crazy. So there you are. So, and then he said, look, as soon as we have authorisation from Enfield, I'll let you know. And guess what? I've heard nothing. Dinner exactly. I don't know. I know I'm not the only one, and I know it's not a major. It's not like I've got a vehicle off road. Well, this is horrible here, just here. Because you have to stop, and you're on a bit of an incline. There you are, sliding back on my front brake. And there we go. And now we're going from a 20 there, and this is national. So I can do 60 up here. And that's mile an hour. So that's like 100 kilometres an hour. Thank you, fella. There's one thing, he's heard me coming. But yeah, what do you think about that then? Royal Enfield after service. Is it Royal Enfield or is it my dealer? Is he crap? I don't know. It's a mixture of both. It's a MotoGP. Well, they're not bothered about Enfields anymore. Do you know what? I'm going to go up. I'll go up and I'll give you an update. I'll go up and yeah, I'm seeing face to face. I'll say what's happening. I'll give him another few days. See if he gets back to me. And if he doesn't, I'll go up. Oh, here we've got a grid here. Oh, yeah. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not that bothered. I really aren't. But one or two people in the comments section said, oh, if it was bad, it'd be straight back. I wouldn't have that. I'm not paying all that money out for that. And others have said, don't be so picky, don't be so stupid. And I fall somewhere between the two. Mr. Middle of the road here. So we'll just have to see what they say about that warranty claim. And I'll let you know. Right, so this is the back road up to the Ponderosa. We're here now. Car park's on my left. And I'm ready for my bath, to be honest with you. We're on 66 miles now, and I'm not feeling anything. You know, it's always a biker's haunt up here. Let's have a quick look. Now, with it being a Tuesday, there ain't many here, but there you are, you can see there's a few here, isn't there? It's just a few having a tickle. There you are, a big Rocket 3 there. But if you come up here if you come up here on a Sunday or a bank holiday or something like that, oh, it's going to be mad. And you get all the car clubs as well. You get all the car clubs coming up here. You know, you'll get the I don't know, the TVR and the you know, the bloody Ferraris and all sorts of stuff up here. Right, I'll pop it here. I'll pop it here, go on my back.
Okay, so I'm going to leave it there now because I've got more material than I thought I got, to be honest. So the next one will be the ride back from the Ponderosa back to home. If you sent some photographs in, they will appear. Unfortunately, I've run out of time on this one, so accept my apologies. Thanks for watching, and ride safely while we're out there. Now the weather's improving, and feel free to subscribe and leave a comment, leave a like. Don't forget to send your photographs in, and I'll pop them on. Bye.